Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Bethany, and today's recipe I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious grilled chicken marinade. Last summer I shared the one that I've been making for years, and I thought I needed to branch out a little bit, so I thought I would make another one, and I've tested this one so many times and it is delicious. And we're going to be using one special ingredient that's really going to tenderize the chicken. So let's get right into it. All right, so our first ingredient in the chicken marinade is gonna be Greek yogurt, and this is really important because this is going to be key for tenderizing our chicken. So first, I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup. I wanna make sure I measure this because sometimes I can do a little bit too much. And I want this to actually be like a vinaigrette. I've made this chicken and tested it a bunch of different ways, and I've done a lot of Greek yogurt, and I didn't really like that. So I want this to be creamy, but kind of like a vinaigrette. I'll do a 1/4 cup of the Greek yogurt. And I'm using Greek yogurt because that has lactic acid in it, and it's really going to help tenderize the chicken because this is gonna marinate for a little bit. So that's a really nice way to tenderize the chicken. Then I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of a nice cooking olive oil. I'm not gonna use one like an extra virgin that I use for salads. This is by Graza, it's meant for cooking. And I do want to just say ahead of this is a marinade that you will need a good bit of time with. Typically, I recommend 24 hours. So I just want to announce that in case there's people that are going to be annoyed at me once they find that out, that it takes a little bit longer. Then we're going to zest 1 lemon. No real measurement for this, but I just found that 1 lemon zested was enough. And this is going to add a really bright lemony flavor. As I've mentioned in other recipes that use lemon zest, the flavor of the lemon is in the zest, and then the acid is in the juice. And this recipe was actually inspired by a chicken recipe that I had in Florida this past winter. It was at a Mediterranean place, and it was just the most tender chicken breast I'd ever had. It was like a chicken shish, I think the dish was called. And I asked them what they did to it, and they just said they marinated it with milk and some other things. And so that's why I just chose Greek yogurt. I think that will do a better job at tenderizing, but you can also use milk. Okay, then we're going to juice the whole lemon. So no real measurement, but probably a couple tablespoons, maybe close to a 1/4 cup. I always like to use fresh lemons and not the pre-juice that you can buy at the store. So a lot of bright lemony flavor there. And then for some herbs, we're gonna be doing 2 teaspoons of an Italian herb seasoning. So this is just an Italian herb blend. As I've said in other videos, there is a time and a place for dried herbs, and this is the time and this is the place. So I typically like to use fresh herbs, but when I'm throwing a marinade together, I think that the dried herbs work great. So 2 teaspoons of Italian herbs, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. Now for the garlic, so you can mince half of the garlic and then crush the other half just to kind of balance it out if you don't want it to be too garlicky. Or what I like to do is just mince like half of my clove and then chuck the other half in there. Mincing it like this, it makes it, the garlic is there. It's in every bite. So if you don't want that, you can just crush them, mince half, crush the other half, whatever you want to do. But this is what I do. I just grate it and then throw the other half in there to infuse flavor. So we're using 8 garlic cloves. Just gonna whisk all of this together. Smells very herbaceous and very garlicky. But this is so good. And I really like the consistency of this. Like I said, tested this other times and it just was too yogurty. So I want it to be vinaigrette-like. I'm gonna go and grab out of my fridge the chicken I already have marinating in this from yesterday. All right, so this has been marinating in my fridge for 24 hours, and it's generally what I like to have the chicken marinating in this for because I tested this at all different times. So first, when you put your chicken in, you're gonna make sure that everything is evenly coated in the marinade. You can also pound your chicken breasts to make sure that they're even in thickness so that it cooks properly. The testing of this, I found that 24 hours was the best result. The chicken is incredibly juicy and tender, but you can get away with a 6 to 8 hour marinade or a couple hours, but you won't get that tenderness and you won't get that flavor that's really gonna seep into the chicken breasts. So now we're gonna go out to our grill that's already preheated and we'll cook these up. Okay, so we are out by the grill. It's a beautiful day. It's not boiling outside, so I'm glad we can film comfortably. But we have a Traeger pellet grill, so it doesn't get as hot as like a propane grill, so our time of cooking is a little bit different. But I have this preheated to 425, and we're just going to put our chicken breasts on. Lay those right on. And we are actually gonna cook these until they're about 160. I don't wanna take them off later than 165, which is when they're cooked properly. If you have a propane grill, this might take about 5 to 6 minutes per side. With my grill, it's gonna take longer to cook. And then for chicken thighs, I forgot to mention, you can totally use chicken thighs for this recipe. You'll want the internal temperature to be about 170 to 175 to remove from the grill. So we'll let these cook and then we'll take them off when they're ready. All right, so after our second flip, what we're gonna do is continue to watch the meat. I have a meat thermometer close by, and then I'm also going to switch out my tongs. So after I've done my second flip, after there's no more raw chicken on either side, I like to do that just so that we're not transferring any of the raw bacteria. Once the chicken reaches 160, you can transfer them to a plate and cover with foil for about 5 to 10 minutes, and this will also help them continue to cook. Okay, so after the chicken is rested, we're gonna taste it. It's so tender, it's juicy, it's delicious. It is full of flavor. You have a lot of garlic in there, lemon, but it is just the most standout thing is how tender the chicken is. It's so good. And that Greek yogurt really does change everything as far as tenderness, because I can't tell you how many dry as a bone chicken breasts I've had on the grill. And this kind of ensures that they're really tender, and I really like that about it. It's an easy marinade to make. And what I love about this one is it goes with everything, because my other one that I made last year, which I love, that one's like soy sauce and Dijon. That one just doesn't go with like salads and stuff like that. So I wanted to make one that would really allow a chicken breast to shine and that I could serve it with really anything. So this is kind of that go-to everyday chicken marinade. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. With this, we personally love serving this with a big salad, sweet potatoes. I've been making a lot of zucchini because that's been coming into my garden. So we've been grilling the zucchini. Yeah, it's just kind of like a really light, healthy summer night chicken recipe that you can make. I think it's delicious and it's simple, easy. Everybody loves it. I served it to my parents and they were both like, and eyeing. They were saying that it was just full of flavor, and that's what you want. Simple ingredients, but it delivers in flavor and deliciousness. All right, guys, so brought my computer here. Before we go, I wanted to do a few shout outs to some of our YouTube viewers, because I haven't done that in a while, and I like to do it because we wouldn't be here if you guys weren't here. So we appreciate you, but I've been wanting to shout out some people for a while, and I keep forgetting to do it. TMK02N Ty from Wales, thank you so much for the support every week. I appreciate it so much. Conrad Capel 9426, I know that you love Hudson and Rosie, so thank you so much for the support, for the dogs. And then Steve N7M3Q, thank you so much for your encouraging comments every week. Really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has supported our channel up to this point. I think we are inching closer to 100,000 subscribers, so we're excited and we are thankful for all your support. So thanks so much for joining me today, and as always, I'll catch you in the next recipe and I'll see you in the comments.